Okay, I am back, and we are now starting Farm Sim 22 for the night. So, last time we were here, we planted a bunch of new crops. We've got oats in 45 and 46, we've got sunflowers in 47, and we've got sugar beets in 50. All of those just been planted, so they haven't had any time to grow. I did do quite a few of those missions that I had talked about last time. So there's quite a few new fields that have been sown and or fertilized, etc. So there's more color on the map now. I don't understand exactly what's wrong, but the NPCs don't appear to be taking care of their crops at all. Like, the only changes that have been happening to these fields are me. So I'm kind of taking care of the entire world at this point. So I think what I'll try to do is, as much as I can manage, I will try to keep track of some of the money that I've been getting from these contracts and maybe use it to actually buy up some of these fields, which is kind of why I was okay with doing 48 and 49, which we picked up last time, and I haven't done anything with them yet. So I think that'll be kind of my goal of doing all the contract work, is to get as much field as I can so that I can start making money directly from those myself rather than contract work. Because ultimately, once I buy up all the fields, there's no contract work to do. It's all mine. So we're slowly working towards that point. So 48 and 49, I need to do stuff with. They don't have any crops in them currently. Let's see. Let's see what their current state is. Let's ignore the stones for now. I'm going to have to get a stone picker at some point soon here. So we've got one round of fertilization on 48 only. They don't need plowing. They don't need lime. They don't need rolling because they haven't been seeded. They haven't been mulched, but that's fine. There was no crops in them in the first place. So there's no extra work that needs to be done on them, actually. What I might want to do is expand or connect the two with that line in the middle there. Maybe extend out 49 this way a little bit, loop it around that way. Not entirely sure yet. Mostly just to give it a little bit better grassland in that extra plot of land that we've got there. Let's go walk over and take a look at it. These were all of my bales from just my fields, where we did this one, all of the outlying grass. All of the grass that was around all of this area was substantial, actually. So we got, what is that, 12, 15 bales total. That's pretty significant. A poor mower is looking like hell. I'm going to need to get a power washer at some point soon here. But yeah, all this grass has been mowed. It's all pretty. So this spot in the middle here could be due to turn into a bulk field. I don't know if I want to plant something in these or if I just want to turn them into grass fields to mow. Not entirely sure. But yeah, if we extended, let's see. Can't really extend too terribly much this direction, but we certainly could. We could go all the way out to roughly the tree line, give or take. I didn't mow up this part because I just kind of didn't feel like it. I don't really want to cut up this though, so I don't want to extend it out to here, although I certainly can. I'm going to have people walking through my field, so I think I want to leave this path as is, but I could extend this away significantly. Go all the way out to here. And maybe here. I don't know if NPCs use this path or not. I think they mostly stick to over here. Like where that guy's walking, down this little path here and through here. Yeah, drums, we farming now. My zombie mates are a little bit of early evening types, so I have plenty of extra time in my Monday evenings to do farming. Alright, let's see where we're at. Let's check the sales. Nothing remarkable, although this is tempting. Let's take a look. So that's the 608C. 608C goes with a 387 horsepower John Deere, whereas this one, to go with mine, is a 175 horsepower. So I don't think I can justify buying that. The only way I could justify buying that is if I plan to upgrade my my combine in the near future. So this would be 387, this is 374, and this is 449. So all three of these are 6-meter headers, so they should perform basically the same. This is also a 6-meter header, 367, okay. Can go down to 310 for this header. So this header gives me a lot more variety to work with. Yeah, I don't particularly care what brand the header is, I think. I mean, obviously I'd like to avoid John Deere where possible because they're kind of dicks when it comes to how they treat their farmers. So maybe for that reason alone, I don't buy the one that's on sale. But sales are good. Okay, the only thing I don't know is if these headers have any significant different requirements to actually run them, because they don't have any listing. So I have no idea if they require more power to run, but they shouldn't, because they should be identical. So it shouldn't matter, and I can go down to this 310 horsepower if I need to. This is technically the next logical upgrade, because it's just a hair better than mine. It's like double the horsepower, and let's see, 8,500 liters versus mine, which is 4,900 liters. So double the horsepower, almost double the capacity, so it can pick up more and run longer. But I think I want to skip that one. And maybe go with this New Holland that I had kind of pointed out before. I think this New Holland might be the next best one to go for. So that's going to be $265. My current harvester is worth a whopping $40,000, and the header is worth another $13,000. So I would get back $53,000. I'd still need to spend $210,000. Welcome back, Smooth Agent. I could probably get away with this harvester for quite some time. Maybe I don't focus on that as my next step, because I can still get this, or at the very least lease it. What's the leasing cost on this? $1,000. I suppose that's a question I should be worrying about for later. Alright, so their path is this way. Interesting. That means I could technically plow up this whole thing. and then go this way. Welcome back, drums. Alright, let me grab this one. I suppose I should probably put my wheel down, shouldn't I? Let me get my wheel down. Alright, I don't know what to do. I feel like I should do something to prepare. This is the Logitech G29, which is kind of like their newer model PlayStation 4 version. Yeah. Sorry, not the G29. This is the G923. I had to look because I forgot what model number it was. The G923. Alright, where did I put my plow? Ah, I know where I put my plow. You saw it for a half a second, and you recognized it as the G923. Ah, the blue central line on the wheel, gotcha. Alright, let's start here. I don't remember how to use this thing. B's rotate. There you go. Y for allow create fields. So if I put this here, it should be good. Okay, so that little section is merged up. Let's see. Did that not technically make some of that connect? Oh no. Oh no. It's satisfying, except for when it doesn't work. Oh, just took a while for the map to kick in. Okay, we're good. Okay, so then the question is, how far out do I want to go? I think I want to extend this line straight this way. So let's start there. It really is satisfying to do this, if you can do it right. If you can't do it right and it ends up looking like garbage, then you feel bad for yourself. I think I do want to follow that line a little bit more. So let's see. Without causing problems. Have you played Elix before? Because I have not, and I've been curious. It's been kind of on my semi-to-do list, because I've literally never heard of anyone else playing it, so I have no one to get opinions from. Okay, okay. Yeah, I don't typically have too much problem looking past jankiness as long as it's not like game-breaking jankiness. I'm generally okay with that, and to me, the setting and the feel of the story sells a game a whole lot more to me than the gameplay, unless the gameplay is atrocious, which is a different problem. Yeah, but yeah, you'll have to let me know how that goes, because I've been kind of wanting to play that, and I don't really have an active story slot that I can fit into my normal schedule, but depending on how long it is, I might be able to do like a one-night stream of it or something like that. But it seems like the kind of game that's probably going to have a, 20 to 40 hour gameplay cycle. Clunky combat. Okay. I'd probably play it on easy just to get the story out of it, and that'd be it. That'd be all I need. Did I do that right? Yes, the NPC is not walking into my field. Good. I might have to make them a little walking path or something like that now that I own that field. Give them a little bit of a prettying up in their walking path, their daily morning routine. Yeah, I'll typically go through games on normal. I don't have any need to play crazy hard or anything like that. Oops. Let's just go over and take care of this little swipe here. Oops, missed one. There we go. Okay. So, we have a little bit of a funky path there that I might clear up a little bit. It's not horrible, but let's see if I can clean it up a little bit. Let's do that doesn't work without that, does it? No, not required to have the paths at all. Mostly just for prettiness sake. Like over here, having the NPCs walking right on the edge of my field. I might want to make them a little bit of a little bit of a path to follow. Here, you guys walk that path. Nope. I mean, I don't think you can fence off NPCs, now that you mention it. Why has it got to be such a big texture? Yeah, let's gotta go back over that. So that's kind of the new NPC walking path. I mean, there are fences, yes, but I don't think it actually works for the NPCs. Yeah, the problem is that they just go. They'll follow whatever path they're programmed to follow. I'm not entirely sure even putting a fence in the way will work. Nope, they don't give a damn. Okay. They do not care. Okay. Let me extend this walking path just a little bit. Yeah, that'll be fine. Let me come take this thing up. See if I can smooth out that little spot here. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, anywhere else I wanted to extend? That's fine. I guess I could extend that out right up against the thing there. Let's do that. They are on a higher plane of existence. Well, thank you. That was nerve-wracking. It really was. Alright, so let's turn off the create fields, so I don't accidentally create another field when I set this thing down again, because that'll definitely happen. Put you away somewhere. Yeah, probably just right back where it was. That's fine. Close enough. Figure out a better spot for you later. Now, the question is, what do we do with my newly expanded field? It needs lime, so I think that's the first step. Look how much extra we just plowed. Look how much extra we just added. So I guess I gotta do lime. That's gonna be the next step. How much lime do I have? A lot, apparently. I have a lot of lime. Okay, let's turn this to a smaller working width, which is Control Z. Let's go all the way small. All the way to the small. That would be helpful if I pushed the correct button to start the process. It would be very helpful. Just totally just drench the NPC in this. It's mostly natural. It's just mineral fertilizer. It's just powdery white stuff. They'll be fine. They'll be fine. All but the tiniest sliver that I missed somehow. Where's this tiny sliver? Straight ahead? Straight ahead, tiny sliver? Get blasted. Got it. Alright, the rest of that's already been limed, so I don't need to. So, the question now is, what do I do with that field? I was planning on eventually using this field for buildings and stuff. 44 is probably eventually going to turn into maybe a big shed or something like that. I could easily put more sheds along here, because eventually I'm going to need most of this land, maybe 44 through 49. I'm probably going to need most of this land for buildings and stuff, whether they're production buildings or sheds for all my equipment, and then everything else is going to be workable lands that I'll be driving to do stuff. So we'll kind of have a central farm here that holds all my equipment. The only exception to that would be, you know, maybe one of these farms off into the corner, like this one or whatever. One of those will be purely for grassland work, and I'll just merge every damn field and have like a set of grass working equipment at that location. But until that happens, everything's gonna be here. So for right now, do I make it more grass so that I can make more silage bales as a primary income source, or do we plant another crop in there? Also, does not need plowing, does not need lime. This is good. I do need to fertilize. So maybe that's the first step, is getting oilseed radish planted in there to get it fertilized up, if we're going to do something with that field. So we've got oats, grass, sunflowers, and sugar beets. So, do we want to do another crop? Another existing crop? I could just do more oats, more sunflowers, whatever. Or do we want to pick something fresh and new? Of which the current answer is none of the above. April opens up the option for corn, or soybeans, or sorghum. Or we can leave these fields as is, get them prepared with oilseed radish, and plant something like wheat or canola, something like that. Peaches? Unfortunately, peaches is not an option. I would love to have like awesome fruit trees or something like that. Another option is we can start getting into greenhouse work and stuff like that. Get some greenhouses going. Unfortunately, there's going to be some expenditures with that. Got to place the greenhouses down, then got to get something for water movement, that kind of thing. Could also do some generators. Plop down some solar panels just to get some money coming in. Plop down a giant windmill, wind turbine. Yes, right there. Perfect. It's gonna let me place it there. Oh no. Oh no. I wonder what that would do. Oh, that's really big. for science? Actually, I am very curious. What would happen? Save. Autosave off. Ah, I see. That's what would happen. It gets placed down as a physical object, and then the tractor's like, nope, and then it wiggles its way out of there. Oof, instant half value. Alright, so let's reload that. Let's reload that. That's actually a brand new feature that they added. The feature to ignore the construction limits. Previously there were mods that did that, but this is the officially supported method of ignoring the construction limits. You just have to forcefully push a button to acknowledge that you might fuck it up. But it does offer some interesting build options. One of those being there is like a drive up vehicle workshop type option. It's just a pair of ramps, but you could put that inside of a garage and have an internal garage workstation, whereas previously you couldn't do that because this whole thing like counts as a structure. So if we go into here, this is my little vehicle workstation. I've got one around the back here. With the mod, when I tried to put that in here, the interior of the barn overrode it and it wasn't visible. But with the official version, you can just plop it down and it sits there just fine. I was tempted to do that over here actually, and I tested it out. Unfortunately, the area that this thing works is almost entirely taken up by the barn and the house, so you can't really get anything near enough to get the work done. So it was kind of pointless to put that down. I'm okay with my one in the back here. A windmill on top of another windmill. Could do that, could do that. I was thinking of stuff like barns like this, and then place solar panels on top. That kind of thing. There actually is a shed with solar panels on it. And it makes you money while also being a shed. But you could do that with any of them with that option. Okay, so what do I want to do? That's a really big cow thing. I like it. It was not already a supported thing, exactly. In this case, the only solar panels that you can put down normally are these little freestanding panels here that you can kind of put down wherever. So the only option for getting them on buildings is to build a building that already has them installed. Like this one. Granted, this is new. In previous versions, they didn't have this option. So it's nice that they've given this option, but yeah, it's definitely not as robust as it could be. It would have been nice if they made it modular, so that, you know, any building that has a flat roof you could staple a solar panel onto. Would have been nice. Okay. I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to plant oilseed radish to start, just to get the fertilization going. Because whatever I decide to do next is going to need to have fertilization. Does this thing do oilseed radish? I don't think so. I think it does... Might do grass? Do you do grass? Cotton, corn, sunflower, soybean, sugar beet, and that's it. Okay. So not you. Not you. That means I don't really need this tractor at the moment. This one needs to be cleared out, so let's do that. Oh, that's right. That's right. This reminded me that I have a purchase I want to make. It's relatively cheap, but I wanted to get a forklift for the farm. And it's one that I did some testing on to make sure that I would like it. And it's a modded forklift. And is actually cheaper than the other two options that I was considering. So I wonder if I should do that now. Let's get you dropped. Let's get you out of the way. Oops. Whoops. Close enough. Alright, oilseed radish. There we are. This machine doesn't do it right. No, I got rid of my my weeder that also seeds. Okay, so this will be the first attempt at planting this field, which has a very interesting shape. That's the other reason I was considering not putting regular crops in it, because it's such a weird shape. It'd be kind of pain in the ass to maintain. But if I make it just grass, then I can get grass stuff out of it. So maybe this would be best as a grass field until I have buildings that I want to put here. Maybe that would be best. What's up, dude? I cut it off a half a second too early. There we go. I wonder if a worker could even do this field. It's such a weird shape. I think what I probably would need to do is just set the worker and wait for them to finish what they think is correct, and then probably come back and clean up after them with all of the various spots that they probably missed. Because chances are they will miss some stuff. I almost think I should have limed the entire field just so that I had cleaner lines to work with. Because I'm running into some of it that's not limed, and it's almost impossible to see where I've been or where I haven't been because the textures are identical. Yeah, the suggested working speed is from the mod called Real Speed that lets me ignore the lets me ignore the hard lock that forces your tractor to go slower based on the implement you're using, and lets you kind of set the speed that you feel is correct. And I feel the speed that is correct for me is the one that lets me do things faster without taking for friggin' ever. Okay, almost done with this little segment here. Still plenty more to do. This is actually a fairly sizable field when you count it all as one field. Oh, hi, sir. I didn't know they actually stopped for you. I like that they've got their own little walking path, though. Like, I'm kind of happy with that. I think I might give them something like a fence at some point. Like where I'm working right now, I might cut off a foot or two of that space and install a fence for them to be protected from the field. Be a good, upstanding citizen farmer. Ow, I missed a tiny spot. How dare. How dare indeed. Alright, so once this is done, I think I'll be done with this month. And then next month this needs to be cultivated in. Trees. And then next month will be April, so we'll have a different set of crops to deal with, or to consider planting at least. I'm curious which one we should do. Let's see. So April lets us pick between all of these crops. Oat, corn, sunflower, soybean, potato, sugar beet, sugarcane, and sorghum. Maybe sorghum, because I haven't done sorghum yet. Maybe that's a thing. You guys have any preferences? Any recommendations? Because we could also just expand out the sugar beets. Get even more friggin' sugar beets. Or we could do corn, since I'm gonna... Ooh, corn! Corn might be good, because I'm gonna have to lease the corn header anyway. To do the sunflowers. I think soybeans technically sell for the best. I think. I have a huge crop of soybeans that I already harvested though, and those are sitting around waiting for me to sell. Those are going to be sold, I think, in June or July. So I don't know how much I'm going to make off of them just yet. I think corn sells the most if you do it as silage. I don't know how good it is as a regular crop, because most people ignore it as a crop. Which probably means it's not that great, but I'm not as concerned with how profitable they are overall. Okay, last little stripe here. Last little stripe. It went fairly well. I mean, it was very awkward. Very awkward shape. I don't think I want to do it as a crop too terribly often. But I might get a good half a year out of work out of it. It is a very involved game. I mean, you don't have to do a lot of the everything I've been doing. You can just be a humble wheat farmer and do nothing but rotate crops of wheat over and over again every year, have like 6 pieces of machinery that you'd ever need, and just be done with it. But there's a whole lot you can do, and since it's a simulator, there's a whole lot that you could do from a simulation standpoint that's not enforced in the game, like crop rotation. I'm attempting to do as green a fertilizing as I can, which is why I'm planting the oilseed radish right now, which is just a cover crop that you cultivate in after it's grown a little bit, which then helps fertilize the next crop in the line. I'm also going to delve into animals like pigs and pigs and cows for manure, so that I can fertilize my fields without using chemicals and stuff. It just takes a whole lot to get into that. Of course I want corn to come to my farm. I'm ready. Are you ready? Chickens. Alright, I think I'm done. I think I'm done with this day. I think I'm good. Oats. Everything's good. Everything's happy. Yeah, let's sleep till next day. Alright, 'tis a lovely April morning. Looks like my oat crop has weeds in it, which means probably all of my crops have weeds in it, since they're treated with the same equipment. My grass is growing. It's coming back nice and lush. My oilseed radish is ready to get smooshed back into the ground. My sunflowers also need to be weeded. And my sugar beet crop also needs to be weeded. But you'll note all of these lines here are where I was driving through with my heavier duty tractor, and just the act of driving was enough to murder the weeds. So that's the thing. Alright, so I need to get cultivation going, and I need to get weeding going. So let's start with the weeding, because I'm going to have to do a whole bunch of that. You know what? This tractor needs gas. Let's go get gas. It's right here. Here's gas. Across the street from the gas station. Ding ding. $476 worth of fuel. That's a lot of gas. Alright, let's get the weeding started. I don't think I need a weight specifically for this thing, but it's always good to have it. Bug. Sorry, chickens. Alright, get a worker working on that. This is doing just fine. Let's see what's on sale. Ooh, I've been wanting to get one of these. We have a rock picker for sale. I mean, it's expensive, but I'm gonna need it off and on for quite some time. Also, this is nice. I don't know if I want to get it just yet, but this is nice. Alright, I can't pass up the rock picker. I gotta get it. I like these wheels. Okay, that's been bought. We have a small, tiny Massey Ferguson I don't need. No, the whole point of the rock picker is to not skip the rocks. If you skip the rocks, it's a bad rock picker. The other thing I was definitely wanting to buy is the Forklift mod that I forgot to add. I need to add it. I need to add it to this game. Whoops. Alright, we'll do that later. I don't need it at the moment. We'll just let's move these over by hand. I have a lot of friggin' honey. You have not finished your task, sir. Oh, he's not reading them as... Ah, fuck. So he's not reading them as one field. He's reading them as separate fields. Got it. Cool. Cool. Good. Glad that's a thing. we're doing a back fixing now? Okay. If you insist. Good night, Smooth Agent. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so if the workers are not going to recognize merged fields, what does that say about my plans for merging a bunch of fields? That feels like that might cause problems with my plans. Alright, did I get it all? I got it all, okay. So I gotta bring this over to the other fields and get those done as well. These ones can have workers on those, that's good. So let's do bottom and top of this one, so the worker has a little more free room to work. Hello, Gila. Carry on, madam. Okay, so that's happening. Now I need this tractor. the way. You're in the way, sir. Alrighty, drums. Thank you as well for hanging out. Have yourself a good night. I'm gonna let you do your thing, buddy, before I come through. You good? Yeah, you good. Okay. Ah, I didn't get that piece. Okay. Good to know. We'll get that piece. Oops, missed a bunch. Guess it doesn't matter if I plow through my own field to do turnarounds, because that's less that I'll have to do later. There we go, that's some of the hardest bits done. Let's get this done, because I missed it. I suppose I probably should pause this work for a moment and get you onto the next field. Did you do everything? Yeah, it looks good. Yep, that's good. Okay. turn around here, so I'm doing another sort of headlands pass. Almost done. Like 3, 4 more passes maybe. Of course, I missed that spot. It's fine. We gotta go around again anyway. Here we go. Last pass right there. Alright, so aside from the rolling, aside from the stones, the rolling and or the stones, so I just got the stone picker. We do need to pick stones out of these fields here, so that might be a thing I do next. We do have stones in 47, but I can't do anything about that until the crop's gone. Same with a couple in 45 and 50. But 48 and 49 are free and clear, so stones would be a thing I could do. Uh, 49's got 1 layer of fertilization. All of 48 has, plus all of the extra stuff that we just plowed up, all has 2 rounds of fertilization, so it's fine. I might cave and do a small swipe of fertilizer on 49 just to be done with it, so I don't have to do another round of oilseed radish. Hey Gizmo, your little face is causing me problems. Let's go get that stone picker and get this field clear. Hey Gizmo, you can't. I need my keyboard unkittied, thank you very much. No kitty face on the keyboard, please. That was not good aiming. I was attempting to placate the cat and drive at the same time, and that doesn't work. Actually, let's put you right over here because I drove that wrong and it's fine. Okay, let's do that there. Then we're gonna go get the stone picker. What a lovely tractor. It's a nice tractor. Worker has completed their task, so I think that means all of my weeding is done. Trying to see if I can... I did! I wasn't sure if I could do it all by mirrors or not. But that's good. That means that the mirrors are functional. And functional mirrors in games are a good thing. Let's take a look at this thing. It's a little bit worse for wear. Not too bad though. I think it might be good to repair it. I don't know, it says it's at 73%, so it's not bad. Let's top up both of these things. I don't know how much it'll cost, but I did just buy it used. It's probably good to give it a little bit of a tune-up. Let's see. Yep, condition's fine. I mean, it's mostly fine. Only 261 bucks to repair it. Paint's gone. It's terrible, but it's fine. Repair, yes. All of the repairs, good. Okay, let's get this thing over to the field, get the rocks picked. I think this technically cultivates the ground too, so I didn't need to cultivate. Now that I think about it, I wasn't quite clear on that. Ah, there's a tiny dash of weeds that got missed. Let's, where's my tractor? There's my tractor. Oh, you missed a whole bunch. What's wrong with you, buddy? Speaking of missing a whole bunch, apparently I missed a tiny, tiny sliver of planting right there. I missed like 8-10 beets, something like that. And I missed like 2 more beets right there. I'm ashamed. I brought shame to my house, my family. Alright, those weeds are gone. That was a lovely field of beets, though. That is all of the weeding that needs to get done for this year, I think. Unless something fancy goes into that field right there. We shall see. Did I leave myself enough room to park this? I think I did. I did. Good. Alright, let's turn you off for now. A lot of these rocks are just the tiny rocks, so they don't matter, but I also have 49 or 48, whichever one this is, that has bigger rocks in it that need to be pulled up regardless, so I might as well just do the whole damn thing. Might as well. Yeah, it's definitely noticeable that those rocks are bigger. because the hopper's filling up a whole heck of a lot faster when I go over those parts of the field. Gizmo, Gizmo, Gizmo. I need you to scoot, little one. I need you to scoot. You're adorable, but I need you not to hit buttons. Thanks. Alright, we have filled up. I'm just going to drop these right in the rock pile from before, which might end up being significantly larger than I initially anticipated, but it'll be fine. I'll put it right there. This button? This button. There we go. Oh, that was easy enough. Alright, fine. Really should not have that parked there. It's in the driving path. Spot cannot be forgiven. We're going to get almost 2 full loads of rocks out of this. That's impressive. And at some point, I'm going to have to deal with those rocks. I have a couple ideas, because selling them at the actual rock crusher place is kind of pointless. There are a couple mods that let you turn rocks into stuff. I believe one can turn rocks into fertilizer, which I think is a little bit weird, but not overly weird. And another one that turns rocks into lime, which, if this were limestone, would work great. I don't know if it's limestone, but, you know, we can pretend. So I might end up doing that, but that then requires me to buy the modded building. So that's a thing that I would have to worry about. But for right now, I'm okay with my rock pile. Okay, one more half-ass pass. There we go. Okay. So this is yet another piece of equipment that needs to go somewhere. And yet another somewhere I don't have a place for it. Gonna need to invest in some stuff soon. Buildings and whatnot. For right now, I can park it next to the bathtub. Okay. So that's done. The only thing that's left then is to do something with that field. I mean, I can still, I'll probably still run through with a chemical fertilizer briefly. It'll probably be one of the only times I ever do that on my field. Looks like 44 also needs a fertilizing. Maybe we'll have to do 2 passes of fertilizer. That's one thing about the grass is that, oh, hey, that's right. That was the other thing I was going to do. Grass can get an extra layer of fertilizer through the rollers. So let's take a look at the grass care rollers. We've got this thing that technically acts as a roller, but also can do seeding. But it's only 3 meter width, so it's kind of lame. This is a 4 meter width. And then we've got, I think this is a 6.3 for quite a bit of money. This is a 1.9 meter and this is a 2.9 meter, and it works very similar to my seed rollers that I've got, that you can hook 3 of them together to make a fairly sizable path. But that's also $16,000 to do, or yeah, about $16,000 to do that. This is smaller, but it's more of an official piece of gear. And this is only a little bit more expensive to get the full sized. So that might be worth doing. And just skip the smaller, harder to work with modded ones. I think I might do it, actually. Oh, and it can have a seeder on it. Well, that's handy. That's handy indeed. Because that'll give me a 6 meter seeder that I can use for... I mean, it probably can do oilseed radish, but I don't know for sure. I'll do it without the seeder for now, but very handy indeed. Let's go ahead and just buy it. I don't want to hem and haw over that. So I'll uninstall this mod because that's not necessary anymore. So let's go get that. Granted, I don't have that much use for it at the moment, but I do plan to extend out my grass care. in the semi-near future. Still debating on whether or not I want to do that with the 48 and 49 that I just finished fixing up. I think I might do... Let's see. I might do corn, just to make use of that corn header that's coming up with the sunflower header that I've got a lease. And then after that, that'll be harvested in October. It'll give me time to plant some grass and then just leave it as a grass field after that. So maybe we'll just do one crop out of it first. Alright, I have my very oversized roller for my small, tiny cube of grass. Let's see how this thing looks. It's got a very lengthy rollout routine.
Hey, evening, sir.
Hang on. Sir. 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 Stop. Dork. Alright, let's unfold the roller. There we go. The roller I don't believe works on unplanted grass. So I think we just get to use this on the grass that I have planted myself, which is fine. And don't give that. Alright, so rolled, taken care of, made extra pretty, and that should give it a double layer of fertilizer. Yep, that's now double fertilized. Again, doesn't work on the outskirts, but that's fine. So this can go over with my grass care stuff that also doesn't have a home. Put you, I don't know, right here or something. So yeah, let's do corn. I keep going back to the idea of corn, so I think I'm just gonna stick with it. It's either corn or more sunflowers to make use of that header that I've got to lease. And I might as well have some variety. I have almost no seeds left in here. Alright, do I have any seeds to fill it up with? The answer is no. No, I do not. Let's go get some seeds. This thing kills my turning radius. Alright, while we go there, let's pick up the seed. Probably a little bit much, but that's fine. We can always use it for other plantings, jobs, etc. Good, good. That fit perfectly. Actually, let's try going this way. Yeah, this'll do. This'll do nicely. Okay, we select corn. Yeah, this field I think is too awkward to plant too often with various crops. I think it's much easier to work with as a single grass field that can be reharvested over and over again. That missed. That, god damn it. Also, I'm not entirely sure I got that corner there. Looks like I did. It looks like I did, but I don't trust that. Right there is the piece I missed. I feel like I want to get that. There, you got it. Okay. So that's the end of that. Still don't really have a better place to put this thing. Maybe over there would work. Let's go see if I can put it over there. That wasn't the answer. Thing is not built for U-turns. I mean, I got there in the end. It's fine. I think that will do just fine. It can stay in the trees for now. I am very much going to need some more storage space. I don't know when I'll be able to do that, but definitely gonna need it. Okay, let's take a peek at the contracts for the last thing that I do today. Not gonna actually do any of them, but I want to see what's available. A single sowing, spraying, and spraying. Ah. Oh, I see. Oh, I see. Alright. Well. I'm gonna do some of these. Possibly all of them. It looks like there's about, I don't know, $75,000 worth of stuff in here. Minus expenses. A lot of these I can do, like the sewing ones I can do with my own equipment. Fertilizing I can do with my own equipment. The only thing I don't have is a sprayer, because I was planning on not doing chemical spraying at some point, at any point, if at all possible. I might. I mean, eventually I want something like this, but it would only be for contract jobs. So I'm not sure how much that would be worth doing. Something like this wouldn't be bad to have as like a contract job work. So that might be something to consider. How much does that little setup run? That little setup runs 40,000. 40,000 for the both pieces. That wouldn't be bad. Because, I mean, if you look at the contract work, there's a good, what, 25, 30,000 worth of spraying contracts right here. That's going to be a regular activity. Perhaps. Perhaps. If I start off next stream and I have that, you'll know that I made up my mind. But as for right now, I don't know. I might just borrow the equipment one more time before I decide. I tend to borrow one of these and then use it for all of them, and then turn that one in last. So we'll see. We'll see. But for right now, that'll be it for our dual evening of zombies and farming. We managed to finish expanding, merging 48 and 49, and get them planted with the first crop of corn. And then once that's done, I'll probably turn it into a grass field to be a spot for buildings at some point in the future. But at least for right now, it can be productive. Needs to be fertilized. 47 will need to be de-rocked at some point. Well, yeah, we have a nice eclectic collection of crops. And the first harvest of all this stuff isn't going to be until July, where we can do the oats. And then it looks like October for the rest. The corn, the sunflowers, and the sugar beets. So October and November are going to be fairly busy. Probably going to skip across May entirely because I don't have anything to do besides contract work. In June, I think we had a sale to do. That's, I think, where the soybeans get sold. So yeah, we're going to have a couple months of skipping, so maybe that's what we'll do at the first part of the next stream, whenever that may be. Skip ahead, get ready to go. Double check in. Still kind of want this because it's got some stuff I want. Because that's what this is right here. And it can do either Roland or IT Runner, which are basically two different variants of the same standard of interchangeable containers. So this is 45,000 liters for 5,000 bucks that I could store whatever in there and then let it go and use this to hold the next utility. And I think there's a few more of those as well. Let's see, which pack are you? Roland pack. Are those the only interchangeable ones? That's a shame. There's a different pack similar to this. I think it's the IT roller pack or the IT runner pack that has manure spreader, animal trailer, all that fun stuff as interchangeable containers. So maybe that's not as good as I had hoped it would be. Still, 5,000 bucks to store 45,000 liters. Can just use these as plop down storage on the farm wherever I need them. Not entirely sure why that one is more than this one. Because this one is 2/3 the storage capacity. Otherwise exactly the same. No idea. No idea. Same with this one. This is twice as much for 1/3 the storage capacity. Well, now your prices don't make any damn sense. This is probably meant to be 15,000 based on these whatever. It doesn't make sense. It's not set up right. So we're gonna ignore that thing. I don't think I want it. It's a shame. I like a couple of their trailers, and I've been using a couple of them in various saves. But oh well. Oh well. All right. So that'll be it for tonight. Doesn't look like there's too many people left out there. So whoever is lurking, thank you all for coming. Thank you for any subs and follows I might have missed, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.